Alright, so one of the biggest game changers that I learned on my own journey was by making sure that I was selling products that customers were actively searching for. Because I knew that if I found a highly searched product that people was paying a lot of money for on a monthly basis and started selling that particular item on my store, then there's a higher chance that I was also going to be able to make sales as well. And that's exactly what happened, because as soon as I stopped selling items that I felt like people just wanted to buy without me doing the necessary research, and I spent time doing the right product research to make sure that people was spending money on a particular product, that's when I now started making tens of thousands of dollars every single month. And in today's video, I want to give you guys a quick walkthrough of exactly how you can go away after this video and find a highly searched product. So one of the first places that I tend to start on nowadays is AUTODS, because they've got a useful feature over here called Marketplace. And what they're going to be able to show you once you sign up for an account by using the 30-day trial link in my description is all of these different products that people are currently dropshipping right now all around the world, and they're also having success with it. But one of the first things that I do from this point is make sure that I select the right category that I'm looking to build my entire dropshipping store around. So in today's example, I'm going to click on the pets category. And from this point, you can scroll through and kind of get an idea of all of the different products that are currently selling well. But straight away, I can see that there's this dog bed over here, there's this other dog bed over here, and scrolling down a little bit more, there's another dog bed right here. And what this basically means, according to AUTODS, is that right now dog beds are a very popular product. People are making money from them by dropshipping them, and a lot of customers are most likely buying this item right now. But one of the next things that I do with this step-by-step process for me to know whether or not I found the winning product is by making sure that the product is being bought and sold on both eBay and Amazon. And the reason why I do this is because if I'm able to see that a lot of money is being spent on these two platforms and customers are searching for this product on both eBay and Amazon, it means that if I was going to build an entire Shopify dropshipping store around it, there's an increased chance that I'm also going to be able to make a lot of money. This is how I got started with my first ever Shopify store anyway. Initially, I was selling a product on eBay and I was able to get my sales to around $50,000 per month from one single eBay store. And then I realized that why don't I also sell the exact same product on my Shopify store as well? And as soon as I did that, I was able to take that Shopify store up to around £100,000 in revenue, so on and so forth. And that whole process basically taught me that if I'm able to find a product that's doing well on both eBay and Amazon, there's no reason why it won't do well on your own website. So first things first, what I do when it comes to me figuring out whether or not a product is doing well on eBay is by using a product research tool called Zik Analytics. So I've just logged into my account right here and I've already typed in the keyword for the product that we're looking at, which is dog bed. You're going to be able to set all of these different filters right here, whether you want to change the shipping location, the price, listing type, feedback, condition, etc, etc. You're going to be able to do that, but in this case I'm going to leave it as it is and just click on search. And right here, as you can see, Zik Analytics is going to be able to show us a lot of useful information. One of the first things that it's going to be able to show us is how much money was spent on the product in the last 30 days, which is around £93,000, which is basically $100,000. And I'm sure that you guys can definitely agree that that's a lot of money to be spent on just one particular product. We can also see that over 7,000 individual units has been sold, and this particular item has a 79% successful listing rate, which means that if you did want to sell this product specifically on eBay, you've got a 79% chance of being successful. Now, just to remind you, I'm not saying that you need to list the product on eBay. You can do so if you want, because the product is performing well, but the main point of what I'm showing you right now is just to confirm that the item that we're looking at, people actually care about it. Alright, so now that I can see that the product is being searched for on eBay, one of the next things that I like to do is go over to Amazon and do the exact same thing and make sure that people are buying the product that we're looking at. So I've just jumped onto eBay, typed in dog bed, and what I'm going to do is use the Helium 10 product research tool, which is specific for Amazon. So I'm just going to click on it just like that. Then what I'm going to do is click on this option where it says X-Ray Amazon product research. And by the way, if you want to sign up to both Zik Analytics or Helium 10 when it comes to doing eBay or Amazon product research, make sure that you use the trial links and the discounted links in my description down below. So now that I've clicked on this option over here, it's going to pull up a lot of useful information. So as you can see, first things first, over £1 million was spent on dog beds in the last 30 days on Amazon.co.uk alone. And just looking at this section over here, we can see that individual listings are able to make over £187,000, over £156,000. All of these different sellers are able to make over £100,000, £80,000, so on and so forth. So I'm sure by this point, you guys can agree that dog beds are a popular product to sell or dropship if that's what you want to do. So what I want to show you guys from this point is what I personally do when it comes to finding the best supplier to use, as well as what I do when it comes to to listing the product from my supplier's website to my Shopify store. So there's so many different suppliers that you can use out there. For example, Alibaba.com, AliExpress. But in today's example, I'm going to show you exactly how you can use CJ Dropshipping. And the main reason why I'm using it is because they've got a option over here where you're going to be able to select all of these different warehouses, whether you want to dropship from the US or China, Germany, Australia. They got all of these different options. But in today's example, I'm going to click on the US warehouse. Then what I'm going to do is type in the name of the item that we're searching for, which is dog bed. And as you guys can see, they've got all of these different dog beds available for you to choose from. Now, I just want to quickly walk you through how CJ Dropshipping works by clicking into any one of these random products. So I'm going to click into this one over here. So one of the first things that you need to look out for when it comes to whatever product you're thinking about dropshipping from CJ Dropshipping is to look at this section over here, because it's going to let you know how many units are available in the warehouse that you're looking at. So in the US warehouse, they've got over 939 units available, depending on which color you choose and depending on what size you go with. And it's also going to let you know how long it's going to take for the customer to receive it. So as you can see, if you're shipping it from the United States, it's going to take between 5 to 12 days for the customer to receive it. And there's also tracking available as well. So let's say, for example, I wanted to add this product or any one of these other products to the back end of my Shopify store to get it ready for customers to buy. I've got two options. I can either add it manually, which is where I'm going to copy and paste all of the information. For example, the title. I'm also going to download all of the different pictures. I'm going to come down here and copy and paste this entire description over here. Then I'm going to go over to my Shopify store and then paste all the information into the necessary spaces. And then whenever I make a sale, it's going to be my responsibility to come back to the exact same listing that the customer purchased, making sure that I remember exactly which one it was, and then buy the product and then send it straight to the customer's house. However, the second option is that I can use AutoDS to help me kind of speed up the whole process, because as you guys can see, I've got the AutoDS extension tool already installed. And let's say, for example, I did want to dropship this product and add it to my store. Because I've already gone through the whole process of connecting my AutoDS account to my Shopify account, all I simply need to do is click on this option over here where it says import to AutoDS. So right there, as you guys can see, the draft has now been uploaded to my AutoDS account. And from this point, it's just going to be a case of going through all of these different tabs right here. For example, the title, making sure that I update it in the way that I want it to look on my Shopify store, as well as the description, the variants, remove any variants that I don't want to sell. I also need to look at the images, remove all of the different images that I don't want, keep all of the different images that I do want, and then simply click on save and import. And from that point, it's now going to get moved over to my Shopify store for customers to buy. But of course, there's a lot more that goes into building a dropshipping business. I just wanted to give you guys a basic understanding of what you need to know when it comes to using both eBay and Amazon to find a product that's being searched for on a consistent basis. But if you want to know exactly what I personally do when it comes to getting customers onto my website in the first place for them to even buy my product, then you can watch my completely free webinar where I go through exactly how I use Google Shopping ads to get people onto my website in the best way possible that enabled me to get one of my first stores up to around $1,000 in profit every single day. So if you want to watch that free webinar, then make sure you click the first link in the description down below. Or if you rather watch another YouTube video that I made not too long ago where I break down some other important things that I didn't really touch on in today's video that you guys need to know when it comes to starting a dropshipping business from scratch as a complete beginner, then make sure you click the link right there. Check that video out straight after this one because it's already helped out so many people and I'm sure that it's going to help you out too. Alright guys, I'll see you on the next one. Make sure you stay safe out there. Peace.